Anyone who has watched professional golf for a few years knows that change is a constant phenomenon that cannot be avoided. From watching great golfers drop down the world rankings to seeing the PGA being threatened by a rival golf tour created out of nowhere. Of all the changes happening in the sport, the fans can't seem to stop talking about Phil Mickelson's weight loss and body transformation that seemed to come out of nowhere. As the oldest major championship winner in history, Mickelson has proved that old men can also compete at the highest level. In today's video, we'll be discussing Mickelson's body transformation and what it means for the lefty this year. But before we begin, remember to leave a like and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out on any new content. And with that, let's tee off. Phil Mickelson is known for his playful personality on and off the golf course, and he's recently been making headlines for his impressive body transformation. We've seen the 52-year-old Hall of Famer lose a significant amount of weight, taking him back to his weight during his college days. This weight loss has been at the center of discussion among golf fans and commentators, and a lot of us are eager to see what this will mean for Mickelson's game in the coming year. According to the former Masters winner, he uses a special coffee fasting diet, which helps to reset his immune system. Phil embarked on this diet because he felt he had to go the extra mile to get healthier. After reaching his desired weight, he switched to 3-day fasts every few months, and that was enough to cleanse and detox his body. Despite the extra attention on his weight loss, Mickelson has been keeping a level head and focusing on what matters most: his game. Many fans said they've seen Phil working tirelessly to get back into top form, and the results are already starting to show. In his recent interview with ESPN's Bob Herrig, Mickelson said, "I feel like I have a renewed energy and focus, and I'm really looking forward to the upcoming golf season." Mickelson's commitment to his game and his fitness is inspiring. We can only expect to see the best of the lefty this year. With his improved fitness and renewed focus, we know Mickelson is poised to make a strong run at the majors and further solidify his status as one of the greatest golfers of all time. Whether it's his clutch shots, his playful personality, or his impressive physique, Mickelson is sure to bring excitement to the golf course this year. What should we expect? Phil Mickelson is about to embark on a weird few weeks, and he seems to be aware of it. Just last year, he made some controversial statements about PGA Tour media rights during the Saudi International, only to later be caught trying to secure the Saudi investment to change the payment structures of the PGA Tour. This caused quite a stir, and the headlines weren't just confined to the golf world. In fact, they went international, attracting a ton of attention. And ultimately, we think this forced Mickelson to lay low for a while, only to show up later during the Masters week, where he was seen skiing in the mornings and watching golf in the afternoons in Montana. He even went on a hiking trip in Sedona, passing up the opportunity to defend his PGA Championship title. In June, he made his comeback, participating in an event in the outskirts of London, sporting just one logo, a silhouette of his iconic leap. This, of course, generated a lot of buzz. But now, as the one-year anniversary of that chaos approaches and the start of his second LIV golf season looms, Phil didn't really want to talk about it. In an interview with Bob Herrig of Sports Illustrated, he said, "I'm just putting last year behind me and focusing on the present. A lot of stuff happened, but I'm refocused on today and starting the year fresh." Phil Mickelson recently sat down for his third exclusive interview with Bob Herrig in the last 9 months, and this time he shared a lot more about his thoughts and aspirations. He believes that he has what it takes to replicate the magic of Kiowa Island and even win 2 more majors. Well, when it comes to the new world ranking system, Phil said that he feels a change is going to happen in respect of LIV Golf not getting OWGR points. He also said he thinks that there's going to be some sort of accountability taking place in the professional golf world, although he doesn't provide any further explanation as to what that might mean. However, one thing Phil isn't talking about is the past. Since the controversy surrounding him last year, he's been hesitant to address it in a straightforward way. This was evident in his first press conference back in June at Centurion Club, where he spoke succulently and carefully. He even apologized multiple times and made it clear that he didn't condone human rights violations. The only time he seemed relaxed and at ease was when he talked about his wife and the time they spent together, which he says led to a better balance in his life. While it's understandable that Phil wants to move on from the past and not revisit the controversy. It's also within the public's right to seek clarity and answers. After all, Phil's value to LIV Golf is built on his reputation and his large fan base, and some of those fans may still have questions that need to be answered. Nevertheless, the news cycle moves quickly these days, and it's ultimately up to Phil to determine how he wants to address the past and move forward. Phil Mickelson is one of the most iconic golfers of all time, with a legacy that spans over 3 decades in the sport. He's a Hall of Famer and considered one of the best players to have ever played the game. But as he enters his second year with LIV Golf, a rival league that has disrupted the traditional golfing world, his legacy is facing new challenges and uncertainties. Last year, Mickelson caused a stir in the golfing world when he spoke out against the PGA Tour during an interview with Golf Digest. He expressed his dissatisfaction with the tour's obnoxious greed and his support for the newly established LIV Golf League. This resulted in a media frenzy that lasted for weeks and put the future of LIV Golf in jeopardy. However, Mickelson didn't let the controversy get the better of him. He issued an apology and took a break from the game to clear his head. 4 months later, he returned as the face of LIV Golf, one of its biggest early signees, and a driving force behind its growth and success. Now, as LIV Golf enters its second year, Mickelson's involvement with the league remains a topic of discussion. In a recent Q&A with a sports journalist, Mickelson opened up about how he feels at the age of 52, his relationships within the golfing world, and his sense of freedom around golf's legal issues. He also talked about his plans for the future, including his hopes of winning more majors and his uncertain future with the Ryder Cup. If you found the video interesting, please don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel. It's basically the only way to support the channel. One thing's for sure, Phil Mickelson's legacy as a golfer is not set in stone. The impact of his involvement with LIV Golf remains to be seen, but he is determined to continue playing the game he loves and leave a lasting impact on the sport. What are you looking forward to the most about the coming LIV Golf season? I certainly like how we're bringing golf to different parts of the world, and LIV has some of the greatest characters in the game. Controversial characters, good or bad, love them or hate them, people are interested in them, positively or negatively. This team element pushes us to get better. It takes away this isolated, lonely, everyman experience that golf has had for decades, which in turn is actually pushing me to work harder. We're pushing each other on the high flyers to work hard and be our best. Mickelson declined to name the other 3 members of his team, as it is to be announced the week of the first event. The team aspect of LIV Golf is such a big part of the model. What is it about it that you like? Each team has kind of formulated their own identity and how they want to be viewed as a way of connecting with fans. That's one of the things our team has talked about getting to another level. You are pushing yourself to be the best, and we're loving the process. That's always what pushed me in my career, and that's what's pushing the guys who are on my team. In conclusion, as Mickelson prepares for another season of LIV Golf, the question remains, will golf fans be able to put the past behind them and embrace the legendary player once again? Only time will tell. But one thing we know for sure is Mickelson has had an incredible career. His commitment to the game and his drive to win will never waver. Do you guys think Phil Mickelson will have a great 2023? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and until next time, we'll see you on the green.